fucking bad.
Well,
Okay,
I
what
did.
is-
Who
cares?
what? You need to sync again? Oh, I thought you wanted to sync
No.
again.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm
Hello,
currently.
and
Oh, hi.
no. You go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm currently getting slime off of my thumb.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to Real Talk, the only podcast that goes on break, comes back, and then goes back on break. That's the intro I came up with. Anyways, where have we been? Dead as
Motherfucker, it's
fuck.
been like half a
We've all been-
year. It's been half a year, almost. Oh wait, no, it's been 4 months. Right?
Yeah, it was 4 months. It's been 4 months.
Okay, it's been a third
It's
of a
been a
year.
We got busy. I got busy with life.
I got
Andreas,
busy
you got
with-
busy with work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much work,
I got
work,
busy-
and then school.
yeah. I got busy with life and work. Because after recording the last episode, I moved and
oh,
I
you
graduated.
moved too?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, wait. I didn't know you were moving. I was moving too.
Oh, that's really funny. I didn't know.
That was part of the reason why I wasn't available. My computer
Yeah,
was
that's-
like packed up in a box for like a majority of the time, and I wasn't.
Yeah,
I
was
just wasn't
out.
using it too because of my work and what that requires from me.
I didn't finish moving until like July.
Oh,
Like, yeah, it was a pretty long process.
we're still in the moving process technically, trying to sell the old house and getting the stuff that we brought into this new house unpacked. Well, not necessarily new. It's been in the family, but you know, taking
Yeah.
it over.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been moving, and then I graduated. So now I'm college, and I'm also legal now. So now I don't give a shit what I do online because none of the goobers will be able to see me ever again. Which now I feel great.
What?
Just people I know from like high school. I don't have to like deal with them if they ever found out that I made content on YouTube.com.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to
Buddy,
deal with that.
It's very I Is it bad I didn't know that you weren't an adult until like now?
I
Is
mean,
Is that irresponsible of me as someone that is technically an adult on the internet doing that? There's got to be something bad about that, right?
maybe I don't. I sometimes I'm gonna be honest. I forget how young I am. A lot of people forget how young I am, including me, because you probably wouldn't be able to tell that I was technically a minor. Like, for
Your voice is so goddamn bassy, and if you're only interacting with people online, like holy shit.
Exactly. Yeah. People. When I was like, I remember being in middle school, playing Minecraft on the Wii U, and people are like, "Are you like 20?"
There's some Minecraft on the Wii U? What?
Yeah, it's so good. It's the best version in my
No,
opinion.
it cannot be.
You can. It's the easiest to mod.
No way. What?
Yeah, modding the Wii U is so easy, and modding the Minecraft folders is super easy. Like, I have so many mods on the Wii U version, mainly skin packs. But at one point I had a hack client as well, because I thought it'd be funny. Yeah, you can mod Minecraft really easily on the Wii U.
Super Mario mashup? Oh, those are just the skins. Those are just like the templates
Yeah.
and stuff that they had.
But what you do is you go in the game files and you replace the skin packs with custom skins. And then I'd go in the battle mode and I'd troll people. But I wasn't a dick about it. I was kind of funny about it. People liked me. I had
Yeah.
I had a whole crew. And then there one time in battle mode, if you stood in a specific spot before the game loaded, you would become completely invincible and invulnerable. This glitch happened 3 different times. And obviously I did that to fuck with people. So that was fun. I have very fond memories of playing. I don't like Minecraft that much now because I don't have the right people to play with.
Right.
But I have a lot of fond memories of playing Minecraft as a kid. Anyways, I went on a tangent. Here, what was I going to talk about? I wanted to give updates from every episode, kind of. Basically, the main thing that's I'm cutting you off, aren't I?
No, you're fine. No, not really. I'm just thinking of my attempt to get an update on one of the previous episodes, and it made Chrome crash.
Oh yeah, before recording, his Chrome crashed while searching up something.
Honestly, that says more about my computer than it does about
skill issue. I think it was skill issue actually. So basically, another thing I was doing besides that is I started college recently. So that was interesting to get used to, and I started working again because I quit my job before I ended my school, my old school shit. And I was like, I need to get good grades and go to college, and now I'm in college, so that's freaking epic. And college is so easy compared to high school. It is terrible. High school sucks, and being an adult is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta pay rent and shit. That's fun. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much what happened with my life. I became adult. I got busy with life, and I have a job that actually pays well. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. I went on a side tangent. Anyways, back to the updates, dude. We fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fell off. Yeah, agreed. We fell off.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I feel like really something that would have picked up the podcast episodes that we've had is if our audio didn't get corrupted with that 3-hour play session.
I'm so mad
tabletop.
about that.
I'm really. I think we should definitely give.
You want to dub over it? I could try to dub over it.
I think we could try to dub over it. That would be neat. I think it would be interesting.
Or yeah, we could either do that, or we can I don't know. We might.
Or maybe we could do like an audio adventure type thing where we take the script of what happened during that play session and there's a narrator, and then there's you playing the characters, and then there's me doing the voices for everyone else, and we just try to make it entertaining.
Yeah, I definitely want that to be preserved, and I'm so mad about it
too. Because I felt like it was at a good spot too. Because we could talk about. Could we just talk about what could have been for the tabletop episode?
That was our best. That was our best episode.
What was the name of the duck or the goose?
Oh, my goose. Dude, I forgot.
What was his name? He had he had a name of somebody. I thought, right?
Because my character's name was John McAfee.
Yeah, John McAfee. And then he pointed up on this might I don't know what it was. He was statted up on Riz as you said.
My guy had the Riz of a god. I had the finesse. My character essentially he was the thief. He was a thief kind of deal, but he wasn't. He was like fancy and shit about it. He
was a crypto guy.
That's crazy. He got kicked out of his village. That's why the adventure started. That was the lore I came up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the name of your goose? Because he was the driving plot.
Yeah,
towards the end half.
That was my best character I came up with.
That was your first character you came up with.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome. Where's the drawing? I can't find the drawing.
No.
I drew him too. He was dripped out. Oh man. Okay, but yeah, we did a RPG set. We might do more because that was really cool. Fun.
There's some other RPG there's some other tabletop systems that I would love to try out, but yeah. I'm proposing an idea. So there's a specific event going on in the war. World. War?
It was a war, but it was going on in the world. It involved two countries, one of them named Russia. And during said event, GOG decided to come up with a $10 bundle for a shit ton of games.
I know what you're talking about.
We refer to it as the War Crimes. That's what Rave calls it, the War Crimes bundle. I bought it, and there's a lot of tiny TTRPGs in there. So I was
and this is from Godot? Because I had one also inspired from a war involving Russia. but it was on itch, and it also came with a ton of little tiny TTRPG systems.
Maybe it was itch. Oh no, it was itch. It was itch. It was
Itch had one for like $10.
It was $10. It had Celeste. It had Celeste in it. That's all I remember.
It was for $10. You got like $100+ worth of game from it, but you could choose to donate more if you wanted to. Yeah, it had Celeste.
Do we have the same bundle?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Bundle.
Oh, probably.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you look, I didn't know you had to. You have to. I don't know if I can say it without getting in trouble, but I didn't know you had to bundle. There was a game.
There's nothing wrong with supporting the folks. Would we get in trouble?
I don't know.
I think we could say it.
It was called the Bundle for Ukraine. It was about a war.
Nothing wrong with support. Nothing wrong with acknowledging the war in Ukraine.
I've spent over like $40 supporting Ukraine by buying the battle pass on Fortnite.
Is that a thing? I'm not sure if that.
During said event, Fortnite, because this was on video, because I bought we bought the battle pass. All money went to the Ukraine for specific reasons that I don't know if we're allowed to talk about. But the United Ukraine has my money for Fortnite.
Not the United
Ukraine.
That's not their country.
The United Ukraine of America.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man.
That's funny.
God.
But yeah, so yeah, there's that. There's a lot of TTRPGs in there, and I was wondering maybe we should try them out, see if they're bad or not. That'd be fun.
There's not. A lot of them are like.
There's a lot of books on there too.
Yeah. A lot of those RPGs are some of them are more solo based actually. There's not a whole lot of there's a lot that are solo based. So it's like
that
you do it yourself.
Terrible.
They're mostly like journal ones. They're mostly journals. But they're not bad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's one on there I think that's pretty cool called The Wretched. I can't remember if that's actually on there, but that's a pretty cool one that you do it by yourself, but you can do like a 2-man thing on it where someone is the narrator and someone is the person playing the character.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, so
it also comes with a free soundtrack.
Speaking of, because I guess we're just not going to talk about updates right now because we're already talking about something.
Right.
That's real talk for you. Basically, shit. Oh yeah, scrapped episode. We haven't done the Jimmy episode where we're gonna play. There's 2 episodes we're gonna do Jimmy. It was Pathfinder.
Oh yeah.
And also, since Jimmy's not gonna be here for a while, probably, one of the topics we're gonna talk about is, and I think this is a perfect transition. Is we were gonna talk about the games we got each other into, and this has been going on until we took a break. And then after we took a break, it continued again. So the hallway has been doing Andreas specifically as well. Him and Beef have been doing a lot for some reason. So it started off with me being like, "Hey guys, y'all want to play this game called the Battle of Polytopia? It's pretty good."
Oh God, yes.
So to give a little background. Yes, this is the Elon Musk game, but I've been playing it since launch. I played the game when it came out, and I'm not amazing at it, but I'm not bad at it. I'm not bad. I'm mid. I'll just say I'm mid. Even though I've been playing for years, I'm mid. I've never put enough time into strategy games to get good at them. I don't really care either because I'm better than my IRL best friend, and that's all that really matters to me. But yeah, so Polytopia is a 4X strategy game. What does 4X mean? Google it yourself. I don't care. But essentially, it has the combat of Fire Emblem, and the movement of it has the movement and combat of Fire Emblem, but it's like really fast and not hot. None of the characters are hot. Also, the art style is cute, awesome, and the game's really, really fun. It can be really short or really long.
I would say it's like the design is like that, like really pleasant and like just kind of cool and toy-like. Same way that like Lego characters are like they look cool to look at.
Yeah. That game, Okay, what are your thoughts about it? Because I've never really asked you. Because I know you like it, but I've never actually asked what were your thoughts about it,
On
like initially.
Polytopia,
Yeah.
I think Polytopia is an incredibly well designed Civ game that if you're not into Civ games, if you're not into Civ games but you like playing board games with strategy to them,
You'll probably like it, yeah.
you'll probably like Polytopia because while it is a sim game, it doesn't play like other Civ games where there's a lot of RTS to it. It's much more
Oh yeah,
turn-based.
it's turn-based.
It's
It is
turn-based,
entirely
yeah.
turn-based.
And that just immediately makes it to where there's a lot less to take action and note of. And I'm not a very big Civ guy. I'm not. I
Same.
like Age of Empires 2, but I only like playing it single player. Multiplayer Age of Empires 2 is fucking wild.
Never played it, so can't
Oh
say
my
much.
god, you get towered in like 2 turns. It's ridiculous. And so I quite like Polytopia just for that simplicity. The character designs and stuff, like the overall art style is just really neat. I like the voxel type design. And I really do appreciate how they nuance every single tribe. That thing is really neat too, and I'm really liking the new skins that they're popping out. Like the alternate skins for Zabasi,
dude.
man. Oh my god.
The pussy skin.
And the Omaji. They gave Omaji a really cool skin too, despite Omaji kind of being
really
ass.
I really, really like the skeleton.
Oh, Wenger is the first tribe I 3-starred. Wenger is just so cool. I cannot. I love playing Wenger. For me, what it's turning into. My top 3 Polytopia tribes are definitely Wenger, Semanti,
Semanti, oh yeah.
But here an interesting one. Hoodrick is starting to grow on me quite a bit.
I've played Hildrick very little, but whenever I did play it, I had a lot of fun.
Hoodrick is just really neat. And so for people that don't know with Polytopia, there's a skill tree that allows you to do various things. And there's a lot of nuance to which skill tree is most important, because some skill trees give you access to new troops. Some skill trees allow you to harvest
Farm
or harvest a bit more.
Should we explain the basic gameplay first?
I think honestly,
I'll
how
put
simple
video. I'll put
Polytopia
video.
is, Polytopia, you will get it within your first game. Like just go and play
It's super
Polytopia.
Literally, all
download it
you
on the
do,
App Store. It's free. You get 4 starting tribes for free, and like
2 of them are some of the best tribes in the game.
Yeah, 2 of them are the best tribes in the
yeah.
game. You do not need to spend money on Polytopia. You'll want to because it's just that cool.
You'll want to, and also you unlock online, but I'm really good at the single player. I'm terrible at multiplayer. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I understand the AI because I've been fucking with the AI because I've been playing before multiplayer, so multiplayer is still new to me. So I didn't get years to train on multiplayer because even when I had multiplayer, the multiplayer was terrible, and queuing with people was miserable. So I just never did it. So basically, I suck at playing with other people. Is what I'm trying to say. But Polytopia, you spend money very cheap per tribe, and also if you buy one of my favorite tribes, Zabasi, you donate money to give electricity in Africa. Yeah, that's cool. I think that's dope. But basically, basic gameplay is you have units, and then you also have your cities, and your cities have borders, and anything inside your border you can harvest, build. That's pretty much it. And building and harvesting gives you population, and that's it. There's other tiles, like road tiles. They make your units go further. And that's literally all you can do. That is all you can do on the ground is you build and harvest stuff to get population, which levels up your city. That gives you more stars per turn to spend on like the tech tree or like buying units. Your units, all they can do is move and attack. So again, very simple game. But if they land on a water tile, then they can move on water, and then they have a different moveset. But that's like, it's complex but simple at the same time. Especially with the special tribes. The special tribes are actually complicated. They play completely different from like the normal game. But yeah, the basic gameplay loop is you build stuff, you harvest stuff, you level up your cities to get more stars per turn. So you build up your economy, and then you just buy a bunch of units or you buy more tech trees. But also to counteract this, every city you conquer, because you have to go on a city tile to conquer it, because you only start with one city. Every city you conquer, all your tech trees get more expensive by 1 star, and the tech tree gets more.
Sometimes by more, it jumps up. Right?
Sometimes, yes, it jumps up later on, but like usually, like it starts off by 1 star. So there's a lot of nuance to that. There's also a lot of nuance to movement. So like it starts off really simple, but then once you start understanding the game, like I know we played a game recently after not talking to each other for a while, and you started doing road tech, and I was so shocked. I was so proud of you for doing like the road strats. Yeah, you put road down and you started moving your guys with the road with your giants. And I was like, oh my god, he knows movement. Yeah. He knows movement in this game. I was like, holy shit. No, yeah, Polytopia is amazing. It's so good. I love this game. I've bought the game once for me. I've sent a code to my friend for $1 because the game was on sale for $1 at one point. Mm-hmm. And I've bought in all of the tribes on iOS and all of the tribes on Android. So I spent a lot of money on this game just because I think it's really good.
I've almost completely double dipped because I bought it. I bought it on Polytopia on PC on Steam, and I have all of the special tribes unlocked and stuff along with the extra skins.
Oh yeah.
And I've almost double dipped completely in the iOS. Only reason I haven't yet is my phone doesn't have enough storage on it. So that's the only thing.
I also bought the DLC. I bought the skin packs too. Yeah.
Aren't they doing a new special tribe? Or is that?
Are they?
I don't know.
I haven't been keeping up with the game. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think so. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, the Anubis. Oh, he looks so good. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're talking about Polytopia a lot. Honestly, guys, go play it. Just
play it. Just play it yourself.
Yeah. App, play it. Get some merch from the Midjawan store. They got cool stuff. They do exclusive. They do some exclusive sales as well.
Mm-hmm. If you have a Tesla,
they got great posters.
You can play it on your Tesla because Elon Musk really liked it. I don't really like Elon, but he likes Polytopia and he put it on the Tesla.
What do you mean he put it on the Tesla? Like when you purchase a Tesla, like it's one of the apps and like the interface of a Tesla car?
I don't think it's that, but you can play Polytopia on your Tesla. He specifically made it to where you can play it on Tesla.
What does that mean?
You can play games on your Tesla.
Like, right, but like what I'm saying is like there's a screen then. There's like an interface screen on your car. Yeah.
There's a screen. So, I don't know how I'm broke. I don't know how Teslas work. I just know you can play I just know you can play Polytopia on it because he made a tweet about it.
To play
Polytopia. He made an X. He X'd about it on X.
That's how to play Polytopia in my head. No.
In your head, yeah. That's Polytopia. That became our addiction for like a month straight. And then well, there's another game, wasn't there, or no? No, it was Polytopia, and then we all got into Tabletop Simulator. Dude, Tabletop went hard.
Tabletop Simulator is so good. Me and Rocco have been playing this board game. I have it physically. Oh, I shouldn't say that because fuck, anyone could figure. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll censor that because people actually do. Pretty easily.
Thank you. Me and Rocco sometimes meet up, and when we do, we have I physically bought the board game because we tried it out in Tabletop Sim, and it's called Dominion, and it's a deck building game. It's a deck building card game where you have these cards, you use the money inside your deck to buy those cards, and then you just build up these cards in your deck to then create a strategy to win the game at the end.
As soon as possible, yeah.
And so
I was there, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were playing the test game. Honestly, Tabletop Sim, not too far away from how it feels to actually play the game. Dominion is really, really fun, and the expansions are really easy to like. Once you learn the base game of Dominion, adding in expansions and stuff is a lot easier and really cool and nuanced. I've been really enjoying Dominion. It is super cool. I only ever learned about that game through Tabletop.
I'm not too into deck builders, but I do think Dominion is pretty fun with y'all. I don't know if I could play with anyone else.
We should definitely play more. Speaking of deck builders, there's another cool app game that I quite like. It's not as there are microtransactions in it, but for an app game, it does not force you to watch ads, and it does not force you at all to purchase cards. In fact, free to play on that app is incredibly doable. The app gives you a shit ton of rewards just for doing free to play and just for logging on daily. It's really, really cool. It's called Stormbound, and it's kind of like if you mixed aspects of chess, like grid-based movement, with it's if you added grid-based movement with I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's really cool. It's like
I'm looking at it right now. It looks weird.
Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh. There's spells, there's monsters, and there's structures. And it's in a 4x, I think it's a 4x5 grid.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4x5.
Yeah, it's a 4x5 grid. And it's all about trying to damage your enemy's structure or fortress. And you do that by having units walk into the fortress. And so enemies have initial movement, and then every turn after that, they move forward 1 tile. And so whenever an enemy unit, like, so let's say it's an enemy unit of, let's say it's an enemy unit of like 4 strength, and it hits an enemy unit of 2 strength. Everyone says it's pay to win. It's fucking not. You can pay a lot of money to get good cards. You can.
That's like every card game, though. Like
that is literally every card game.
Every card game.
So, I mean, you're kind of, you're fucked if you're not. And yeah, it's pay to win, but guess what? There's a lot of nuance to the game, and literally, like, the beginning cards you get at the game, you can structure together a pretty solid deck.
Every deck builder game, including physical ones that get updated, are pay to win. Like, come on.
You really can't find a card deck builder, and I would say Stormbound, yes, it's pay to win. That fucking sucks. I would say it is the best deck builder, and with their new matchmaking system, you will not encounter players that have purchased high, because what used to happen is there's not only cards, but there's card levels. So you can upgrade your card level to be more effective. However, what they've done to curb that is instead of you being in gold division and you have like a deck that's if your like deck consists of level 2 cards, what used to happen is you could come across a person that's trying to rank up and has nothing but like a level 5 deck, in which case you just get creamed. What they've done now is they've made it to where not only does the division like kind of show where you're at, it also puts a cap at what level your cards can be at maximum. So now you're in gold. Around that point, most of your deck should be about level 3 cards. And so when you're playing against another person that's technically higher on the leaderboard, their deck is also at level 3, even though their cards are at level 5. So the division caps your card at a certain level. And then when you level up into higher divisions, that's when your card levels get increased. So, like, if you have a level 2 card and it's never been leveled up, once you get to division like Diamond, your card's still level 2. But someone else's card that was at, like, level 2 in Gold and Division 2, by the time they're in Diamond, like, yeah, it's back to level 5, because that's what it's supposed to be. So, they've made it to where, like, the divisions don't... You're not going to get swamped by level 5 decks in, like, a low division. You're only going to get paired with other players that have similar powered decks as yours.
You can't get smurfed, basically.
You can't get smurfed anymore. Exactly. And so that's pretty cool. And I think that's that in a way, while yeah, there's pay to win, it mitigates that pay to win, because you at a lower end player that's doing free to play you're not gonna be affected by that, really.
You know what I just realized?
Yeah. What?
So basically, we took a break on Real Talk, but technically it hasn't been 4 months since we last recorded because of that live stream.
What live stream? Oh, the one with the Roblox?
The Roblox live stream that we did for Real Talk as a joke.
Did you title that the Roblox live stream? Or Real Talks? Real Talk 7?
I actually don't know what I called it, but me and you were there.
How long was that episode?
Dude, I remember it was so late. Only reason why I remembered is because I just checked the Discord and I'm saying the Shrek Escape the Backroom screenshots.
Dude, link that.
That game was good.
Re-tag it. Make it Real Talk 7 or whatever number it needs to be.
Honestly, I can't find it, so
no.
I have to find it.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, I haven't streamed in a month. That's crazy. I played fucking Roblox, of course I did. Yeah, that game sounds interesting. Yeah, the other game we got addicted to for a little bit was actually Roblox. Me and Andreas, we played a lot.
Did we? I feel like I played that one evening, or did I play more than I thought?
Because well, maybe it wasn't just you, because I remember playing with Crick and Beef for a little bit.
I think it was Crick and Beef that you would have played it with, because I think I only played it once. When we did, it was a very long time, but I don't think I played it after that.
I wanna highlight that stream, because that would be a good side episode, because your reaction to Doors was so fucking funny. The horror game.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was fire. Yeah, Tabletop. If you like board games or you don't know shit about board games, get it or get someone to get it. I know Jimmy got it for like me and Rave, which started the trend. Actually, no, Beef started the trend by buying Call of Duty for everyone, which is crazy. And speaking of crazy, before we started recording, the train never stopped. Because after that, the next game we got addicted to was actually Golf It. And Golf It. So there's Golf It Friends and there's Golf It. And Golf It is like Golf It Friends except purely driven on community content. So every map you play is like a custom map, and half of them are in Spanish. And how many hours do I have? Because I remember, I have 5 hours in it, and that was like each session was like long. There's a Mario stage called Super Mario Balls. I think there's a hallway video about it. But it's so good. It's like the entirety of Mario, just in golf. But like you control the ball and everything. That game was fun. And then I got recently Dark Souls.
Yeah, dude.
That's what you're waiting for. That's what you're waiting for.
I was unbelievably proud of you when you managed to beat the NPC. Oh, I should know his name. NPC Firelink.
So while he searches for that, basically, Andreas bought me Dark Souls out of nowhere, which was funny, and I bought Dark Souls. I made it past the intro, and the first NPC I attacked immediately because Cogwheel, Mr. James Wheel himself, told me to attack him.
Well, both of us did.
And I spent 30 minutes fighting him. The very first encounter was with that, and he was so hard. He kicked my ass, but I beat him. I beat him, and then immediately after that.
Well, I'm so sorry. Continue.
No, go. No, what's his name?
I was just gonna say his official name is Crestfallen Warrior. I forgot. For those of you that do like Dark Souls, we told him to hey fight this guy. He's cool, and then
I was told that you go back and fight him anyways.
No, that's a different NPC that you're getting confused with. You haven't met him yet, I don't think, unless you did.
My friend told me that as well, and I'm like, huh?
Did you ever get a guy out of jail who was in golden armor?
No.
Okay, well, keep looking around at Undead Berg, and you should find him.
There's an area that I can't reach because there's just a giant soldier. I wonder if I can kill him yet. But yeah, I'm in a forest area and I have no idea what to do because I keep dying.
Oh, you've went way too far. That's into Darkwood? No, that's not what it's called.
Yes.
Is it called Darkwood?
Pretty sure it is. Should I not be there?
It's not that you shouldn't. It's just like a little bit Dark Root, not Darkwood. Dark Root.
I don't know. Next time I play, I'll play it with you because I'm like stuck because I don't do any damage to these enemies.
Is it like a tall soldier with like armor, like stone armor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they're a bit tricky. You might need to level up more. Also, you were fighting with a broken weapon. That's not gonna do.
No,
I
repaired it.
Okay.
But yeah, Dark Souls is fun. It's pretty easy. Kind of a baby game.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Headass took a half hour plus to kill Crestfallen Warrior.
It was my first time playing.
It was really good. No, that was really. Me and Cogwheel were watching it, and then we were just like, "Oh my god!" We were creating. We were like,
like
commentators. Yeah, we were like sports commentators. And he was like, "Oh, he's going for the jump attack. He is chaining jump attacks. You know, with
I-
that
my-
strike,
I-
with
they-
that club, that strike damage really is piercing through the crestfallen warrior's armor. I bet you he doesn't have much
They
of a
call
response
me
to
they
that.
call me the jump king, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
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 The kick god and the jump king, because I'm
Your
good at
ki-
kicking and I'm kicking
Your
is not
kick,
hard.
your kicking fell off hard, man. I don't know what happened. You were much better at the jumps than the kicks.
Okay, to be fair, whenever you watch me after I beat that boss, I stopped trying.
Yeah. You as soon as the
I was-
challenge was over, you were like,
I was-
I
I
can
was-
just
I
turn my
was-
brain off.
I was done for the night, although I did get trapped in on Deadberg, like legitimately, but it wasn't that beginning part. That beginning part was not hard. I was just being stupid. Yeah. Sure. Okay, buddy. We'll believe you. But yeah, and then it was Spelunky too, that's my game.
Yeah, Spelunky 2. I haven't played it in a little bit, but I was after you showed it to me and after I bought it, like I was there for a little bit. I was just like playing that game right before going to bed. I was just like,
That's high. You gotta play it again. We might play it after this. I don't know.
Yeah. And then I got you Star of Providence, and then you've been playing Star of Providence.
That game is fun. I didn't know it was a big mode game. I had no idea.
Well, it recently is. It hasn't always been big mode. Big mode started to help out with it for its new Switch port and for its new update that they're doing. Because it used to be called Monolith. They changed it because of they didn't want it was similar name to something that Warner Bros. Owned, and they didn't want to get a cease and desist, and they didn't want to run the risk, so they switched it to its new game. Yeah, they switched it to a new title, which is Star of Providence, which is relevant to the game. And also, it was called Monolith, and then Monolith Relics of the Past dropped, which was an update that added a shit ton of stuff. And ever after that update, Monolith Relics of the Past just was almost like a completely different game. It was really, really good, and just so much was added that it just didn't feel the same. And so they decided, well, it's always felt like a new game ever since Relics of the Past. This next update we're adding is going to make it feel like even more of a new, even more so, like it's going to feel even more of a new game. And so we're probably just going to change the name of the game to Star of Providence, the update that we've given it, just so it just makes better sense that way. On top of that, because we're changing the name of the game, and also because Relics of the Past has just been because Relics of the Past used to be paid DLC. They decided we're just gonna combine Monolith and Relics of the Past into one game, and so if you buy Monolith, like right now, any people that have purchased Monolith within like the past so and so weeks, you get like a free copy of Relics of the Past. So jump on this shit now, guys.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I made it to Temple my third or fourth run ever.
Yeah.
And now I suck. I suck now, but like I made it to Temple really easily. That was funny.
Yeah.
Temple
Do you know the mechanics behind that?
You go through doors, and then once you complete it's like the ending of Hades.
Kind of. The way to make sure you make it to Temple is. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
No, go ahead, because I have no idea what you're saying.
You know the score multiplier up near like your where your health and stuff is, like where it shows your scrap that you can use to buy things. So that little number, the more enemies you kill without getting hit, that multiplier increases, and you get more and more scrap the higher that multiplier is. And there's some items in some cartridges that work off of multiplier. But if you're able to kill the boss with a multiplier of 2.5 or higher, the game cartridge will spawn, allowing you to go to the temple.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention to what happened, but apparently I'm good. Okay, Spelunky first. I gotta talk about Spelunky real quick.
Yeah.
So this is, I guess, wrapping back to what I was originally going to talk about, which was a little bit of updates on stuff. When I was recording the podcast, I was playing Spelunky, and I was struggling to beat the game. Since then, I now have 136 hours in the game. I've beaten the game 3 times. You don't understand how happy I was when I beat the game for the first time. I popped off. Is all I'm gonna say. Is I popped off. So I don't know if I was too loud, but I don't think I didn't get in trouble. No one got mad at me, but I was so happy. And then I beat the game again, and I said, okay, let me go for the hard mode ending. So I beat the hard mode ending, and now I'm trying to do the alternate quest route. So usually, like what most people do, is there's this area called like beginning of the game. Once you get past the first area, it splits into this thing called the jungle or the volcana. Most people go volcana, and then after volcana, there's another split. There's tide pool, and then there's temple. Most people go tide pool. But I wanted to do Volcana and then not go to Tide Pool. I wanted to go to Temple because Temple's harder. And the stuff you do in Volcana and Tide Pool are connected to each other. It's called the quest. Is what we call it, the quest chain. But the quest chain for Volcana can also go into Temple. But also same with the jungle. The jungle quest chain can go to Tide Pool and it can also go to Temple. So it doesn't really matter. You're always able to do the quest. It's just the stuff you do for the quest is different. Different area, different boss fight, but you still end up getting this thing called the Tablet of Destiny. That's what the quest stands for, is to get the Tablet of Destiny. So I'm trying to do the alternate route. Instead of doing the Tide Pool route, I'm doing the jungle route, and I'm having such a miserable experience. I thought I was mastering this game. I thought I was like, oh, this game is my shit. I feel miserable again doing Temple. Temple's terrible. I hate it so much. I also do not feel like doing jungle. Jungle sucks. It's not that I suck at jungle. It's just that I do not want the headset. I think is a terrible item. I would rather get the crown. That is a preference thing. I don't like jungle, but it's not that hard of an area. It's hard, but it's not that bad because I've played Spelunky 1.
Boomerang.
I'm sorry, I'm not a little bitch who relies on items.
Boomerang is so cool. I'm a bit biased because the content creator I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the content creator I like, Grand Pooh Bear, his Cosmic Ocean run, his boomerang pretty much fucking carried him the entirety of the run. He made really good use of it, but
sorry, I'm not a little pussy boy, and I know how to arrow whip like an insane Spelunky player.
He arrow whips. He arrow whips in that.
I'm not. He's a good Spelunky player. He just uses his items as tools and not as a reliance, kind of. Yeah. Unlike someone I know.
Unlike me.
Who yeah. So I forced Andreas into joining me in Steam couch co-op.
Yeah. That was
terrible. That was terrible.
I still have fun though.
It was fun, but he played Spelunky. I taught him the game, and then killed myself after beating. I beat the game in front of his very eyes.
Yeah, while I was just like aimlessly like spectating as a ghost.
He got so many achievements that he'll never get for like 30 hours.
Yes.
You'll never see Neo Babylon until like 80 hours, I promise.
I might. There's a way to reset your Steam profile for a game, right? I might do that only because it feels so cheap.
Now you'll get those achievements. Because the only achievements you got were like the natural progression ones. You'll probably progress anyways.
Right.
Yeah, who cares? But yeah, Spelunky 2, if you don't know what it is a platforming roguelike. Spelunky 1 is an amazing game, but Spelunky 2 is a sequel. Basically, Derek Yu was like, what if I made this game harder? But he also made the game more consistent, which I appreciate. There's a lot of Spelunky 1 is very random. Spelunky 2 is very consistent. But Spelunky 2 is still harder than Spelunky 1, in my opinion, even though Spelunky 1 is more random. Although technically I haven't beat Spelunky 1, but that's because I dropped the game so I could play Spelunky 2 when that game came out. Immediately dropped it, so I'm like, I want to play the new game. But I've been playing Spelunky 1s. I didn't play HD, but I played Classic because that's all I could play because I didn't have a computer when I got into Spelunky. I only had a Chromebook, and I played the Chromebook port of the HTML port of Spelunky Classic. And that got me through a lot of boredom. That and my Chromebook emulator. But I played a lot of Spelunky Classic, so I really like Classic, and I need to get used to HD. It still feels a little different from Classic. But Spelunky 2, platforming roguelike, you're in a cave on the moon, and you're trying to go all the way until you can fight the final boss, or the hard ending where you do a bunch of this magical thing called the quest chain. After you get the quest chain, you get the Tablet of Destiny, you get this guy, this little rock dog, and he flies you to a secret area, and then you beat that boss. Or if you're insane, you do the quest chain, and you get a bow and arrow and do the bow and arrow quest, which is part of the quest chain technically. But you do that, and then after beating the final boss, you shoot the guy, and you go to this area called Cosmic Ocean, which is 94 levels of perfect play. And if you fuck up once, you lose. Unless if you have the Ankh. Then if you fuck up twice, you lose. This game is hard. It is, but it's it's not my favorite game of all time, but it's like top 3 minimum.
You better
top 3.
DM me when you do your Cosmic Ocean run. Like when
I will live stream. I will live stream when I do Cosmic Ocean. I cannot, because I recorded me beating, getting over it in my entire, like, basically all of my important progress of getting over it. I recorded, and me recording me beating getting over it was so awesome. And I want to do that with Cosmic Ocean, because this is the hardest game I've ever played. I think it's harder than Dark Souls. Yeah, I'm not that far into Dark Souls, but the stuff I've done in Dark Souls, it's still nothing to Spelunky 2 in my
I concede that. I concede that. I'm not like a Dark Souls ambassador. I enjoy it, but it's not like, oh my god, how fucking dare you? Yeah, I don't know, man. But Dark Souls isn't even a game for everyone, and I am willing to concede Dark Souls 1, not maybe not the best game. A good, enjoyable game for those that like it.
It's a good game. It's a good game. Yeah.
But I don't think I think you have to dock it points for like its lack of
archaic, lack of telling you where to go. Because God knows this game is so confusing, and I spend a lot of time just wandering around and killing myself because it's faster instead of just
right.
Yeah. But yeah, Spelunky 2 is amazing. If you buy it on sale, it is amazing. I'll force Andreas to play more. One day he'll get good enough to where he can do a co-op run of Cosmic Ocean.
Co-op Cosmic Ocean run? Oh my god.
What you gotta believe? You just gotta put hours. This game is the example of you just gotta put. It's all about discovery.
You just gotta grind, bro.
You just gotta grind. You gotta learn everything yourself. I learned everything myself.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, there's YouTube videos.
Fair enough. No, you're right. You're right.
It is my second most played game. My most played game is BTD6, but it is an hour and 8 minutes away from being my most played game on Steam. And you're like, oh, an hour. You're like, hold 100 hours isn't that much on Steam. I haven't owned a computer for that long. I think it's been like a year now. Well, I think it's almost about to be a year since I've owned a computer, and then my laptop couldn't run most games. So that's why I didn't have 100 hours on any games on my Steam profile, because I mainly played on console, because that's all I could afford, and mainly on my Wii U. Yeah. But that's why I don't have that.
What are your top 5 most played games, by the way? Sorry.
On Steam?
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of my 5th most played game because I actually hate this game. So number 1 is BTD6. Number 2 is Spelunky 2. That is 137 hours, and Spelunky 2 is 136. And number 3, 88 hours, Risk of Rain 2. Amazing roguelike. Number 4, you want to guess what number 4 is? It has 68.9 hours. Just guess.
Necopara.
No, that game is 4 hours long.
Okay. That doesn't mean anything, man.
Basically, it's a really old classic. It's an old game. It's a classic game that everyone knows. I don't want to spoil it. It's a tower defense game.
TF2? Oh, it's a what?
Tower defense. I've never played TF2.
Damn. Balloons Tower Defense 5?
Actually, I've only had the Android version, and I also only played on the Flash version. It's PVZ 1.
Oh, okay.
I have almost 70 hours on that game.
That's not bad. PVZ 1's fun.
It is a 4-hour game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've played a lot of PVZ 1, and it's not even. I don't think I've done a second playthrough on this account. I've just been grinding achievements. I also beat it on my DS. I played the DS version. And then my 5th game, it's going to be replaced soon, because Persona 5 is getting close to surpassing it. It was Terraria 2. I have 48.1 hours. I don't like Terraria. Whenever I did play it, I didn't know anything about it. I wanted to try the game out. And at the time, it was pretty fun. But I got tired of it pretty fast. After I did my first, after I beat the Wall of Flesh, I got bored of the game. And I never touched it again. And it didn't take 48 hours for that to happen. I did play a little bit with some other friends, and then I also did some servers that I went on. I just went on servers just to see what they were like, and that's how I got some of the hours. But yeah, I don't like Terraria that much. It's not a bad game. It's just not a game for me, personally.
Right.
I don't think it's a terrible game. I just don't find it that fun. I think it's kind of boring. It's like Minecraft now. to where I don't like new Minecraft. I think a lot of the changes in new Minecraft isn't that good. But yeah, soon Persona 5 is going to be my 5th most played game of all time. But even then, like, if Persona 3 Fez was on Steam, that would probably be my most played game. Because I played that game. I didn't play it twice. There's another callback, updates, because I was playing Persona 3 when we started Real Talk. I was playing that game for 2 years. It took 2 years to beat because a lot of technical reasons and also getting busy with life. I finally beat Persona 3. It is my favorite game of all time. The story is so good. And then probably Mother 3 is second place. But yeah, Persona 3, I beat that game, but I played that game basically twice because my save file corrupted near the end of the game. I was on like the end. I was on the last block essentially. I was going to be on the last block of the game, which is like it's separated into blocks because there's a giant tower you climb. So the last block is obviously near the end of the game. And I was about to get there, and then I accidentally deleted my whole save file, which that was me being dumb. So I had to restart the whole game. So I played the game twice, basically. Yeah. So that game was good, because I never have patience with games. So if I lose all my data, I just say, well, I'm done. The only other game that might be the exception is that I kind of want to play Mario & Luigi 1. Because I got very close. I was on the second to last boss, and my save data. This wasn't my fault because I played it on a Chromebook emulator when I was in high school. My save data completely corrupted, and the game restarted from the beginning. I said, "Oh my fucking god! I was about to beat this game." So I was super mad about that. I almost beat the game, and then I might want to go back and beat it one day because that game is good, and I want to beat it. But yeah, that bothers me. That one actually bothers me. Yeah, that's a little update. I guess you want to say anything? Because I've been talking a lot.
No, you're
before
fine.
I
I was just like looking through my top 5 games, honestly.
Yeah. Your top 5 most played or favorite?
Oh, my top 5 most played. My favorite is honestly my favorite isn't too far off.
What's your most played?
My most played game is Risk of Rain 2. At 415 hours. I really like the Risk of Rain series. It's how me and Rocco became friends in high school. Mm-hmm. I showed Rocco Risk of Rain, and he was like, yeah, and he was like, whoa, that's cool. Whoa, that's really cool. And he just fucking popped off on it. Like it is literally is what started our friendship, I would say.
That's cool.
And it's
That's
just super cool.
Really cool.
And now we both really enjoy Risk of Rain 2, but we're both super excited for Risk of Rain Returns
the
coming
remake,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I'm super fucking hyped for that.
Rocco convinced me to buy Risk of Rain 2. Like he convinced me. And
it's such
the
a
best
good
part. It is probably I have 88 hours in it. That is the game that I've like I got like all of the games I play I have on my Steam profile. I got those hours after like years and years of playing. Risk of Rain 2, I got most of those 88 hours in like the span of a few months. Like it is like one of the game I grinded the most like out of any game on my Steam library. It's so good. It's so fun.
It is really cool. I would say so. After my top 5, I think we can talk about that for a little bit, and then I want to ask you what is like the game that is quickly out of your Steam library probably going to become one of your top 5 if you continue at the rate that you're playing it.
Oh, Persona 5, but that game's 100 hours long anyways. So
right. I guess that doesn't really count because what do you call after Risk of Rain 2? That's my most played. My second most played is Terraria. But here's the thing, because Terraria I had 320 hours. Risk of Rain 2, I have a total of 415 hours. I last played September 26th, so like 2 days ago. Terraria, I have a total of 320 hours, but last time I played was February 28th of 2021.
Last time I played was March 20. Last time I played was March 12th, 2022, and that was for a YouTube video. And the entire time we're complaining.
I like Terraria, actually. I did enjoy it. I just haven't gotten to the end game. I stopped playing around the time when the Cultist comes out. This is for people that play Terraria. I stopped playing around the time the Cultist comes out, so I haven't beaten Cultist, and I haven't. Oh no, I've beaten Wall of Flesh. What are you talking about?
thought that was in-game.
I'm in end game. I'm in end game where like I just need to kill the cultist, do the celestial stuff, and then Moonlord pops his fucking dick out. But that's Terraria. After that, my third most played game. This is without a doubt one of my most favorites. My most favorite roguelike RPGs ever that I feel like is a little underrated and needs to be played more. It's called Brutal Orchestra. It's by Talia Games, an amazing, amazing game dev. I've really liked their stuff. They have a new game that they're working on called Clown Meat. Hop onto their Discord, check out their shit. Such a cool fucking game developer. I really like Brutal Orchestra a lot. I cannot recommend it enough. It is a roguelike turn-based RPG, but it's not your base turn-based RPG where like there's special attacks and moves. The way that they do the turn-based RPG and attacking and movement system is so cool and is just such a strategic thinking that you need to approach when encountering each combat. And just the uniqueness between enemy items and like what they do and the combos you can do with that. Brutal Orchestra is without a doubt one of my most favorite games that I've been playing. And I have that about 258 hours, and that's only going to get more. It's probably going to it's definitely if I keep playing at the rate that I do intermittently, it will quickly become my second most played game.
Spelunky 2 will definitely become my most played game, like probably permanently.
Yeah. I cannot recommend Brutal Orchestra enough. My fourth most played game is Dark Souls Remastered. I was gifted it by a friend. I haven't talked to him in a very long time. This dude just gifted it to me because he was like, "You've never played Dark Souls?" I was like, "Nah, I'd like to try it." And he's like, "Dude, you gotta let me get it." That
reminds me of a conversation I had with the guy named Andman on Discord.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah. Tell me more about this guy. What do you do?
He bought Dark Souls after I said, "Man, I want to try Dark Souls out."
He sounds like he has a huge penis.
Sounds like he has a huge guy.
A massive.
Massive schlong.
But Dark Souls Remaster, I have at 229 hours. That's also a really good game. I grinded nights, days. I could have. I grinded evenings that I probably should have spent studying for like finals or something, playing Dark Souls Remastered. I really like it. It's just cool. It's not for everybody. I'm not one of those Souls fans. It's like, hey, like you're kind of a bitch if you don't play this. I'm not like that. It's just a cool game. But if it's not for you, don't sweat it. There's a lot better games out there.
I think it's funny how most of my Steam library gets trumped by my mobile game like time.
And that's the thing. I have like no mobile game playing. My fifth most.
Okay, a bit of an update.
Yeah, go for it.
I have 186 hours on Blue Archive, and that is the mobile version only, not including the PC emulator that I have. So I probably have like 200 hours in this game. This is a gacha game, by the way.
Oh, man.
Let's go. And then, Nikkei, I have 20 hours. That's surprising. I know Polytopia deleted all my time, but last time I remember it being like 110 hours on the mobile version.
Nice.
Because there was this like PC version didn't come out for a while, and I bought that basically almost day one.
Yeah.
Like the week 3 probably, or week 2, I don't remember. But yeah, go back. Sorry, I just like because my mobile game library trumps my Blue Archive trumps all of my Steam library time.
Literally if it was only two.
If it was on Steam, it'd be like insanely like it would be my most played game. Yeah, Blue Archive's awesome.
Yeah. I think for my mobile library stuff, literally the only two games that would be on there would be Polytopia and Stormbound.
That's funny.
I don't think there would be really anything else other than that. Aside from after Dark Souls, my fifth most played game. This one's quickly gonna get outplayed soon, but it's Duelist 2. It's another deck building game. It's neat. It's in development still. It's still in early access. I haven't played it in a bit. It's a cool game. I liked it. Duelist 1 was a really neat game, and it really sucked that it went down and under. And it's just the sheer fact that they brought it back from the dead with the Duelist 1 devs, and that they've stayed true to the pixel art and just how the game works overall, and getting rid of some things that were kind of lame, like general Bloodborne abilities. Duelist 2 is really neat, and I really enjoy it. It's just more of the patch notes and the rebalancing stuff that they have. It really feels bad that they're fucking the Abyssian players kind of over with their card changes. But I'm not super high tier in the game. I don't know all the nuances. Maybe Abyssian needs those nerfs. But aside from that,
I got
Duelist
a
2 is
question
neat.
for you.
Yeah.
Is there like a game that's like your litmus test? Like if a game reaches like above this hour, it's good. Like you like it. Because like
that
on
doesn't
my
really
Steam-
work for me because I have a lot of games that I think I would call good and work for me. But
Or,
here's the
like-
thing: like Polytopia isn't even in like my top 10, but I really like Polytopia.
Well, no, I wouldn't even say like top 10. Like I mean, like there's like a game that's like your threshold. Like for me, on my Steam library, if there's a game under Doki Doki Literature Club, it's probably it's because I don't play it that much. Because Doki Doki Literature Club has 4 hours, so if I don't have anything above 4 hours, it's probably a game I didn't like. With a few exceptions, it's just a pattern I noticed on my Steam library that I thought was kind of funny. That most of the games that I dropped that I didn't really like are under Doki Doki Literature Club. The only exceptions are Ape War, Jump King, because I do plan on playing Jump King. Reciteer, I plan on playing that. P4G, I plan on actually playing that game one day. Spore, I plan on playing that. Star of Providence, I got recently. I plan on going through all the Postal games. Most of them don't even have hours on them, just because I haven't gone through my session. And but pretty much all the other games, besides like a handful of games that I'm planning on playing or that I just got recently, are like for some reason under Doki Doki Literature Club. Even though it's funny because I put way more than 4 hours. I probably have like hundreds of hours of Doki Doki just because of the mods. But but the Steam calculation, because like all the games I didn't really care for some reason ended up under Doki Doki, and I just think that's really funny.
Unfortunately, I don't think my Steam library has a litmus test because there's games on here that are newly acquired, but the reason I haven't played them is because I'm not in the mood for them. But when I do play them, I enjoy them a lot. So I don't think I really have that. Maybe with a bit more gameplay. Maybe when I start like putting more hours in the games that I think are good, then I'll kind of be able to see. But not at the moment.
I guess the only other exception would be like there's a game that's like that for me that like I really like it, but I have to be in the mood. That's why I barely touch it. Like I only have like 2.7 hours in that game. It's Takoya. I think that game is really fun, but like I have to be in the mood for it, and I'm never in the mood for it. But I don't think the game's bad. I think it's a good game.
I will say this with my top 5, I do want to put an honorary mention only because it without a doubt is with the rate that I'm playing it is going to become my 5th most played game.
Oh, this is what you want to talk
because I have
about,
not played Duelist 2 in a while. Last time I played Duelist was September 6th. Versus my number 6 on the list, which is Star of Providence. Hey, guess what? We talked about that. That's such an amazing shoot 'em up roguelite. You need to play Star of Providence if you like that stuff, or if you like arcade shooters. If you like arcade shooters and like you just don't regularly play them, but when you go to a pizza place and you're like, fuck yeah, they got 1942, or like, fuck yeah, Gradius, I can't remember how you pronounce it starts with an X, Exanius, I can't remember.
I think Xevious or Xanius.
Xevious,
I have an absurd amount of time in that game.
But you know which one I'm talking about. If you like those kind of shoot 'em ups.
It's an arcade game, yeah.
Yeah, if you like those arcade shoot 'em ups, Star of Providence, while not exactly following that formula, still play super cool and still feel awesome.
There's a lot of
Star of Providence
connection.
is such a good game.
I think I really like Star of Providence because I don't really play that many like shoot 'em ups or shmups in general, or bullet hells or yada yada. There is one series that I really like. Everyone knows it. It's Toho. I really like the Toho. I am one of the few Toho fans that actually like the games. I suck at them. I'm terrible. And that's another update. Wow, I'm so good at callbacks. I beat Toho 6 and 7 a while ago, and I'm on Toho 8. I think I'm gonna drop Toho 8. I don't really like Toho 8. The bombing system in that game is not fun. I don't like it. Essentially, there's this mechanic called death bombing, where if you're about to die, you can press a bomb at like a really like literally like frames. So you have to kind of like predict it, and you won't die, and you'll use a bomb instead. And in Toho 8, it is really, really easy to do it. And if you do it, it takes 2 bombs, and bombs aren't that common. So it is so easy to accidentally death bomb, and it frustrates the hell out of me. And I hate it. I actually hate it so much. So it's skill issue, I guess. But I've gotten to the final boss first try, and with the first team, I consistently make it to the final boss. So, I mean, I should just grind it out and beat the game, but I don't really like Tohoi. Although it's funny, because out of the original Windows trilogy, I think it has the best soundtrack. I think it has the best sound. That's a side tangent. I'm sorry, but going what I was gonna say, there's a lot of like Toho similarities in Star of Providence, and I really like it. I really like
Which
that.
is interesting. I've never played Toho, so I'm very interested to like maybe see you play Toho one of these days to kind of see what you mean. But Star of Providence is
Toho
really
plays
good.
very
If you like
different,
shoot
but
'em
yeah.
ups, do it. It also provides a cool amount of challenge. Late game, you get to do loops. The loop system's really fucking cool. It's neat. Only real OGs are able to get to loop 50. I'm at loop 1, so I have a lot of work to do. But one day,
me with Spelunky.
loop 50 run.
One day
What do you call
Cosmic Ocean.
perfect soul run. I can't wait.
One day Cosmic Ocean. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of games that maybe might get up there with the rate I'm playing, I don't know. So there's a few games because I don't play games. I've actually haven't been playing games at all recently. I've been so busy with work. But on my free time, besides Star of Providence, I'm trying to remember. I'm so bad at remembering stuff. Okay, well, here's one game. I haven't played it in a minute, but I've had the urge to play it. Last time I played it, I guess it was today. I was gonna play it, and then we started recording. Fuck you, by the way.
Dude, I was playing Brutal Orchestra, and I saw your responses to me on my Steam or on Discord saying, "Hey, yo, when do you want to record? I'm free at any time." I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, we got to do that." Because
Yeah,
I didn't want because I texted you earlier to saying or wait
yeah.
yeah
But I've had the urge to play Minedustry, and I think I'm gonna grind that game again because that game I do it in bursts, but that game is so fun. Essentially, it's combination of tower defense and real time strategy. But also you have to collect the resources yourself. So you start off with a core, and you have to build mines to extract resources to go into your core, and you use those resources to build more mines to go into your core, or you use those resources to build turrets, or you use those resources to build machines that input output into other resources, or you can do that. Those other resources can go into your core, or they can go into weapons, or they can go into other machines that create minions. And you might be thinking, that sounds like Factorio. It plays nothing. I've played Factorio. It plays nothing like Factorio. I have no issue with Factorio. It is not my kind of game. This game is more of like short burst, so you won't be dealing with every single system at once. It's just that some stages have sand, so I can use sand, I can smelt granite. That's going to be another production line. And it's not really a factory game. It is more tower defense and survival than it is factory game. It's just the factory elements are there to make the game harder. So you don't. The whole point of the game isn't to like build a god factory. Like Factorio is like there's tower defense technically, but if you've played to Factorio, it doesn't really matter. No one. It's not that hard of a game to survive in. Just get a gun, kill people, and buy a turret, and then they all die immediately. Like Factorio is all about managing. It's a base building game. It's a management game. I almost said Polytopia. Minedustry is not. It is. I'm building these factories so I can make. The whole point is that you built the factories to get resources so you can make weapons so you don't die. It is a survival game. It is tower defense first and then factory game second, in my opinion, because you will eat shit later on. And there's even certain stages that are like purely focused on like you cannot gather resource like that. Like it is like a rush against time. Like you're like hanging on by a thread for a lot of stages, but also there's a whole other system of building minions. And actually recently there's a major update. So the first planet is like the base game. I played the game since the original version before it. So there's like a classic version, which I don't know much about because I actually didn't like it. But then one day I had the urge to retry the game, and thank God I did, because the new Minedustry, there's this whole planet. The whole point of the game is you want to colonize this planet. And each stage is like they're pretty long, but each stage you drop your core, you get resources, you use those resources to build like machines, because the whole point of the game is you're trying to prevent enemies from breaking your core. It's spicy tower defense. It's tower defense, but you have to manage literally everything. So that's why I say it's completely different from games like Factorio, because in Factorio you want to build like nice loops and nice fact like Minedustry, you're trying to survive, and you'll probably get air bombed, so you don't have the time to make nice like constructed conveyor belts that line up with each other. That no, you'll be making spaghetti, and then you'll be regretting it like 10 minutes later, being like, why is this here? Why did I make this? This is such a terrible idea. I'm such an idiot. While enemies are trying to bomb rush you.
Myself?
Yeah, pretty much. So like it's very chaotic, but it's such a good tower defense game, and each stage isn't short, but it's not like they're not like super long either. And then they recently came up with a second planet, and the gameplay is completely different. So they expanded on the factory, not specifically the minion building. So there's certain machines that produce minions, and that makes the game even more into an RTS. So in the base game, you have there's two things you can do. You have your little ship. He can die, by the way. So if you die, you explode, and you have to respawn. So if you die, it gets really like chaotic, because you have to build stuff with your ship, and also you can shoot with your ship, even though you don't do that much damage. So there's two like production facilities you can do. You can make units, or you can upgrade yourself. I haven't unlocked the self upgrades yet. But obviously it resets every stage, because each stage you start off with no resources. Kind of. It's a little bit weird. They've updated the game a lot. But there's this whole thing where you can make some of your conveyor belts can go into the machine building, and then they can produce minions, and then you can control them. They can attack units, and they can take over bases. Now in the base game, there's certain stages that are designed around this. And those stages are hard as fuck. But also in the base game, there's like little robots that are also trying to take over the planet, kind of. And they will also raid your previous sectors you captured, which I didn't know this is a feature until recently, until one of my sectors got captured, and I said, wait, what does this mean? And then one of the stages I played got completely destroyed, and there was 20 new waves, and I was freaking out, and I still haven't fixed it. And I don't even know where the base is, but I found an enemy base, and I played that stage. I got demolished, but I was like, oh my god, this stage is all about raiding. And they expanded on that. They're like, what if we made this but an entire game mode? So there's a second planet that plays completely different. The mining, there's no conveyor belts. You use tubes, and there's no like drills. You don't drill ore. You drill ores from the walls. You use like wall extractors, and then you pump them into your facility so you can build stuff. And then you there's no turrets. There's only minions you can control. They have air units. They have ground units. It's so cool, and it's like a completely different game. It's the monolith whatever update of Minedustry, and this game gets constant free updates. It's been updated for years, because I played this game. Like whenever it became its new version was like freshman year of high school, like a little like before like early like high school is when I got into the game recently, and they're still updating this game, and I'm already like I'm already in college, and they're still they're still updating this game. And yeah, you can min max, like you can build the perfect factory, but like you can only do that if you're safe. And even then it doesn't really matter, because you want to move on to the next sector. So it's just a constant race of like it's a survival game mixed with tower defense, and you're not trying to build the perfect thing because you're just trying not to die. It's so fun. I went on a huge tangent, but I want to get back into this game because I took a little break, mainly because I got really busy with it. And if I get back into that, that's probably going to be like easily like skyrocket on my hours. That's the original thing I was talking about. That was only one of the games, and then there's the other game I want to talk about, Holocure. Do you know what Vampire Survivors is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Holocure is a Hololive fan game. So Hololive is the VTuber agency I talked about in the first episode. Okay. Where most of they're a VTuber agency, but they make a lot of people. This is a group of people. They made a fan game called Holocure. So the Hololive members got into this game called Vampire Survivors. That's how I got into it. I saw, I think it was Gargura stream it, and she said, oh, this game is really fun. And I said, oh, this game looks fun. And she's like, it's $3. I'm like, it's $3. Let me buy it. I don't think it's like I don't know how much it costs now, but it's like more expensive now. But eventually the fans wanted to be like, what if we played this game, but we can play as our VTuber Oshis? And so they made their own game called Holocure, and it is a fan game. And in my opinion, I think it is better than Vampire Survivors. It is also free. Even if you don't like VTubers, if you like the Vampire Survivor-like games, I think it is the best out of the entire genre. It is so good. And that game, it's also, each run is actually 20 minutes, which I like because I really didn't like the 30-minute time. It's 20 minutes. You can keep going if you survive, but you'll probably die. And unlike Vampire Survivors, when it reaches 30 minutes, you basically get insta-killed unless if you have like a whole setup designed to kill the devil. But then again, you'll get insta-killed like 3 seconds later. And Holocure,
this
you
is
still
in
keep...
Hololive?
That's... Huh?
Wait, I'm sorry. I think I got confused. I'm sorry. I got confused in your tangent. Did you say unlike Vampire Survivors or like Vampire Survivors?
So in Vampire Survivor, no, the Holocure is a game that is like Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Vampire Survivors, when you reach 30 minutes, you die. Basically, you instantly die. In Holocure, you keep going
from the Reaper.
Yeah, and Holocure, you keep going, but you'll probably die because like the enemies become insanely powerful, and you basically eat shit. But also, I like Holocure more. Not only is the music better, I really like the soundtrack. I like the art style a lot, but also there's a lot of characters that are really fun. But also, the game is actually like difficult, and you actually have to try. Because when I play Vampire Survivors, I just turn my brain off.
The game Vampire Survivors very much is like a brain off type game.
It's so Holocure kicks your ass. The game, I haven't gotten past the 3rd stage, and I have 8 hours in the game. I actually waited because I played this game when it originally came out, and I said, oh, they're going to put it on Steam. I'll wait. And I waited like 2 years, and I don't regret waiting because all the new content is really fun. There's also an entire other game mode that is a house building simulator. You spend your coins and upgrade your house, and there's a fishing minigame. And the fishing minigame is addicting. It is a fishing minigame. Every time you catch a fish, you do a little rhythm game minigame. And that's my shit right there. Fishing and rhythm game? Oh, I love the fishing game. Holocure, if I play that game again, I will get addicted, and I will that will probably be one of my most played games because that game is so fun. Even though I have 20 hours in Vampire Survivors, I feel like Holocure will crush that soon because Holocure is probably the best fan game I've ever played, period. It is so good. If you like Vampire Survivors, try it out, including you on gay ass. Even if you don't know anything about VTubers, it's very... very enjoyable as a game, although everything in that game is obviously a reference to like the VTuber, like the Hololive VTubers, because I mean it's a fan game. But I think even as its own game, it is I think it is the best in its genre, the Vampire Survivor like games.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't play as Guy Fieri in it. It's not a good game.
That's funny. I don't. That's I got the joke.
Thank you.
I got that. That's fun. That's a callback, by the way. I don't know. I have issues with Vampire Survivors. There's a lot of issues that I have. I have little gripes with it. That I don't think it's a bad. I think it's a good game.
It has multiplayer now, though. You can multiplayer with your friends.
But I think
I respect the devs.
I like Vampire Survivors. I just think Holocure is better, in my personal opinion. But I also play Vampire Survivors. Oh, that's cool. I also play Vampire Survivor. Like I'm not gonna quit this game. Like I still like this game, and it's a good brain rot game. But I'd rather play Holocure. Even if you don't know anything about Hololive, I'd give it a shot if you like these games. Also, I don't know why they're called Vampire Survivor like games. I don't know the actual. I think it's called Action Roguelike as well. But I've played games like Vampire Survivors before Vampire Survivors came out, so like I was already familiar with these games. I just think it's funny. But that's my law.
What's your games that you're looking forward to releasing here soon? I have one in particular that I've been thinking about for a little bit.
Go ahead.
It's called oh, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Let me go to my Steam wish list.
No way.
There we go. The Big Catch.
It's
this 3-door platformer with like polygon.
Fun
you know
fact.
What I'm talking about?
I'm gonna cut you off because fun fact: me and Rave have donated to the Kickstarter. We're Kickstarter backers.
Oh, fuck yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. I learned about it after seeing you guys post about it because, like, the Kickstarter was closing. I was like, ah, shit, I got to jump on this. And then by the time I jumped on it, the Kickstarter closed. So I was like,
Yeah,
nah.
we bought it the last day. I think we're in the credits. So I think my name will be in the credits, which I think is awesome.
Dude, I really want to. I really want to play it. It looks really cool.
This is the only game I've backed on Kickstarter. This is the only thing I've ever backed on Kickstarter.
It
Yeah,
looks
no,
so
you
good.
continue your tangent, but I just wanted to say that's a fun fact. Me and Rave are Kickstarter backers for the Big Catch.
It has such a cool. I don't know how to explain it. It's fishing, but a platformer, but movement and fast
Dude, the
and
art
speed.
style,
The art
PS2
style is
game.
like PS2, but really good PS2. Like, it's so neat looking at him.
Yeah.
And it's fishing. I know why Rave likes it, the fishing, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't. Big Catch, get it on Steam. You can wishlist it.
Dude, I'm so hyped for it. It looks so good.
I just really like platformers, especially like movement platformers with like kind of funky and unique like themes. And fishing has to be a cool one because there's no like Glee that gets me quite like fishing because Rave really likes fishing mini games. That's like his thing. He really enjoys that. I like fishing because
our podcast.
Yeah. Whoa. I like fishing just in real life in general, but also like fishing mini games are fun. I really enjoy the novelty of a game within a game. Link's Awakening, one of my first games I ever played on a Game Boy Color that my older cousin gave me. I played Link's Awakening on that, and I didn't know how to progress through the game, but I did know how to play the fishing mini game. So I would just play the shit out of the fishing mini game. And that was pretty
fishing
fun.
goes hard. Yeah. No, I'm so hyped for this game. I'll maybe put like the trailer over this. But
Also,
this
the
game,
soundtrack and like the music as well.
Yeah, it looks so gorgeous. The filter they used to, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so hyped for this. It looks so good. Yeah, I just thought I forgot you knew about this game. So hearing you talk about it is exciting.
I'm watching the trailer. I know full clarity. I'm watching the trailer right now, and it's just like, God.
Damn. Yeah. You got another game?
Do I have another one? Let me look at my wish list. The Big Catch is really the primary one that I'm looking forward to. Risk of Rain Returns. That one I'm very, very excited for.
Yeah,
I really want to play that. There's Hyper Light Breaker, which is a sequel to Hyper Light Drifter. I'm curious as to how it will play because it's a 3D game, but I don't know how it will compare to Hyper Light Drifter. Hyper Light Drifter I quite like. I still have yet to beat it. Hyper Light Drifter looks just very different, and I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about it. Hopefully it's cool.
I have a few games that I'm excited for too.
Yeah.
I'm going through my wish. I want to say immediately number one game I'm hyped for is Persona 3 Reload. I beat Persona 3. I'm so excited for the remake. I'm so happy it got remade, and I'm going to buy day one when it comes out. It looks. I'm so happy for it. It looks so good. I love Persona 3. The story is amazing. I'll force everyone to play it, including my best friend. He's gonna play it. I'm gonna force him to. Yeah, I want to play Persona 3 Reload. I also want to play Metal Gear Solid. I think it's Delta Snake Eater, the remake for Snake Eater. I don't know shit about Metal Gear. The only thing I know about Metal Gear is that my friend told me the entire story of Metal Gear Solid 3, and then I watched a playthrough of the game. Like, not all of it, but like most of the game. And I kind of fell in love with it without actually playing it. That was me with Persona as well. I watched a Let's Play of Persona 5, and I fell in love with it. I think Persona 5's like okay game, like actually to play. I think Persona 3 is better, but like I want to play Snake Eater, and I'm so glad it's being remade because I would love to play it because Snake Eater is the only thing I know about Metal Gear, and I love the soundtrack. I love everything about Snake Eater. It's so cool. I'm like a nerd for that game specifically, but like I've never played it, and I really want to play it, but I don't have anything to play it on. Because even maybe I could play it now, but now that the remake's being announced, I don't even want to. I would rather wait for the remake. But like at the time when I was into the game, I had nothing that could play it, and like it's not like I could emulate the game because like my laptop was too dog shit. I couldn't even play CS:GO. So here's a little bit of a doozy. This is a game me and Jimmy are looking forward to. Kaiju Princess 2.
Oh my god.
I've played the original. He's played the original. I won't say much about this because I don't want to get banned. It is a game not made for kids. That's all I'm gonna say. It became an in joke between all of our friends, but it was actually surprisingly good. It's kind of fun. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on, but the big catch is another one. I'm so
play
hyped.
Big Catch right now. Like that's the thing about
yeah.
Big Catch. Why I'm so like
I want it now.
I want it now, and also like I can't find much on it, which is so interesting. Like all I've seen is the trailer. I've just seen the animated trailer, like looped.
Yeah, Sam.
I've watched it one after another, just rewatching it, thinking, yeah, I will really want to play this. Like. When that releases, without a doubt, that's going to become one of my top 5 games. Like, played. Maybe, I mean, I don't want to sound lame and be like, oh, it's got to be the best game ever. Because, I mean, I'm not the kind of person that jumps on hype trains. But it just looks really, really cool. And something about it just really clicks with me nostalgically. With like, oh, yeah, this totally looks like a PS2 era platformer that I would have wanted to play as a kid. I didn't grow up around the PS2 era. But I've always really liked the graphics. Because I've had friends that had PS2 era games. That I was like, yo, this looks dope.
I had a GameCube.
I lucky. I had a Wii, and I played
Sword. Here's another thing. So the very first game I played on my console, the very first console I've ever touched, the very first game I played on console was Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I never beat that game because I was a little kid and it was my first video game. Basically, well, not really my first video game, but it was my first console game ever. So it was basically my first real video game. Because before then, I'd only play like arcade games like Galaga and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are my top 2 favorite. And also Miss Pac-Man. That was my shit back in the day. But they're remaking Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and I'm so happy because that game is so terrible to emulate that I've never tried it to emulate it ever again. And I've played Paper Mario sophomore year of high school, so like 3 years ago now, basically. I've played Paper Mario 64, and I really like the original, and I'm really, really, really have been dying to play the remake again, because I lost my GameCube. It broke. I don't know what happened to it. I also lost my copy of The Thousand Year Door. Never got to see it again. Never got to play the game ever again ever since I was a kid, and I've been dying to play it. So I really want to actually beat the game and play it. So I'm excited for the remake. That is my second most hyped up game for next year. And also, I don't know if this game will come out next year, but I'm still waiting on Carlson. That game looks really good. I like Danny Dev games. They're very fun. Yeah. But Carlson looks good. That's also another movement speedrun platforming game. That game looks really, really fun. That's a game. Also, next year, I think it's either the end of this year or next year, Killer Bean comes out, and I'm excited for that game too.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
Killer Bean.
That's a callback. That's a callback because I talked about the movie Banger. They're coming up with a I think it's a 3D third-person shooter, also first-person, open-world roguelike for Killer Bean, which sounds weird, but I'm
roguelike.
Yeah, I don't know if it actually will be, but like either way, I'm excited. Also, Risk of Rain Returns. When does that game come out? I'm so curious. It says this year.
There's not an announcement for when exactly it will. Probably late 2023.
But I'm excited for that, and yeah, no,
I just don't want them to rush it, you know?
Yeah. And there's no real other games that I'm excited for. There's no like rhythm games that I don't know about that I've played. There's no like updates to any rhythm games that haven't come out that I really care about. Because rhythm games are my favorite genre, by the way. I guess Pump It Up Phoenix came out, but our cabinets don't have it. Oh yeah, that's another update. I want to go a little bit into the update tangent because there's a few things I really wanted to update about before we end the episode. I don't know when we'll do that, but I want to get this out of my system. A few days ago, on the 17th of September, marks the 6-month half anniversary of me studying Japanese. I've been going every single day for 6 months straight, and I'm
JP update.
I am amazed at my progress. I'm not Nihongo Jozu yet. I'm still dog shit, but I'm learning more and I'm understanding more. And yeah, the grind is gonna still continue. I don't know when I'll get off my Anki deck, but one day I will. I still am slacking on my grammar, and that is going to become my new goal. I need to time manage better, and I need to focus on grammar. That is gonna be. Well, I still have to do Anki every day, but I need to make grammar a focus. So, yeah, I need to do that. I was gonna do that tonight, and then we started recording. I don't think I will do it tonight, but I'll find a way to
find
do
a way to
grammar.
fit it in tonight. Find a way to fit it in tonight. Don't let
No,
me stop you from doing your Anki, whatever that is.
No, I already did Anki. I'm saying grammar study. Anki is
grammar.
vocabulary. Anki is studying words. Yeah. Grammar. I need to do it already because I'm at the point where I know enough words to where grammar study will actually make sense to me now. So I was kind of slacking on grammar for a while because I'm like, well, I don't really know most of the words anyways. But now I actually know most of the words, so I'm like, I could start doing basic sentence structure. And I already know basic, very, very basic grammar. So it's not that I've not done grammar. I just need to do more grammar because eventually I'll get to the point where I know enough Japanese words so I can start immersion and actually start watching Japanese content. But I won't do sentence mining, which is what you do after. So my deck has 6,000 words. I want to learn all 6,000 words before I do sentence mining because I don't want to learn repeat words. I just want to get those words out the way. Because once I have the 6,000 words, that's 5,999 because one word disappeared from my deck. I don't know how it would disappeared, but it's not there. So,
Damn.
Yeah. But I want to learn all 5,999 words in my deck. And then I want to move on to sentence mining because then I can actually get new words. And also, I can start sentence mining with 5,000 words of knowledge. So it's not just like jump into the dark, don't know anything. I don't know how people do that. And what sentence mining is you get content from native Japanese, either like anime. Kind of anime isn't the best thing, but it's not a terrible resource to use. It's entertaining. Either anime, games, books, news articles. Mainly you do this with stuff with audio, so like YouTube videos, podcasts, TV, movies. You want to get subtitles and you want to get accurate subtitles and you want to get actual like audio. And you watch the content, you pause it, you find a new word you don't know, add it to an Anki deck, and then you do that until you reach like up to 20,000 words or some shit like that. And that's what I'll be doing after I finish my 6K deck. And that is going to be hot because then I will no longer need to do Anki deck, 2K deck, and then I actually have to work for the words I get now. But that also means I get to experience content. And I already watch a lot of Japanese content on the daily. So now I actually get to understand the content I'm watching, which is going to be very cool. That's my Japanese update. I'm so surprised I did this for 6 months straight. I'm proud of myself. Epic. Yeah. Another update. It
sounds awesome. I'm glad it's coming out. It's working out for you.
Yeah, I know, right? Another update. I have a job now, and a lot of people speak Spanish. So I think my next language after Japanese, and after like 30 years of learning Japanese, once I get really, really good at Japanese, which will take a long time. So this is not recent, but my next language is going to be Spanish for sure. Also, I'm Mexican, so I should learn Spanish.
It wasn't about that.
It wasn't my...
Not about you specifically being Mexican, but just about that, the Spanish learning and how we feel like it's important.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't learn it first was because I wanted to learn the hard language first. Like, let me do the one that's going to take the most time to learn, and then I'll do the one that doesn't take that much time because I literally live with people who speak Spanish, and learning and immersion and all that shit will be so easy because I have actual people who are native speakers. Spanish won't be too hard for me to learn. It's not going to be, obviously it's not a cakewalk, but I actually have a pretty deep understanding of the grammar already. And I also I don't have an extensive vocabulary, but I do have vocabulary and I do understand like Japanese. I'm not Japanese. Most people, when they learn languages, they also don't know much about the culture. So you also have to learn the culture and like the significance of the culture and the language while learning it. Yeah. I'm literally fucking Mexican. I don't need to learn the culture. Dog. I am the culture.
No, right.
But yeah, that's my language. That's my language ranting. I'm happy about that. And then another update, because I keep mentioning Vtubers and Blue Archive constantly. I will say, I've expanded my VTuber catalog. I watch indies now. I don't hate indies anymore. I found a lot of indie VTubers that I like. If they stream on Twitch, I don't watch them, so I still don't like Twitch. This is a rapid fire. Also, Blue Archive recently finished the main story, and it is one of the best stories I've read in recent time. That was made in recent time. I don't think I've ever played a story-driven game in recent time, and the story was amazing. So Blue Archive story for a fucking mobile game has been one of the best stories I've ever read in recent memory, and it is one of my favorite stories I've just read. Period. It is a good story. Play the game if you like gacha games. Please read the story. And also, I already talked about Spelunky. That's pretty much my rapid fire updates. Still haven't watched the movies, but yeah. Play Blue Archive though if you like gacha games, please.
I mean, I guess keeping in lieu with rapid fire updates. What do you call? I moved. I'm in a new place. I don't have a whole lot of privacy in my house.
Same.
If you hear things that aren't me, it's because my walls are, well, they're not thin. They're made of brick, but I don't have enclosed walls. It's slowing down at my work, so I have a lot of free time. I'm doing college classes.
Nice.
You had actual stuff to update.
I'm learning bass, and I've gotten better at bass, and I'm learning scales.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Other updates that it was my birthday a little bit ago. That was cool.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Brutal Orchestra had an update. So Spanish speakers, if you like Brutal Orchestra or want to like Brutal Orchestra, go play it.
True.
Usted puede jugar. Usted puede jugar. That was really bad Spanish. I'm sorry. It's been multiple years.
I understood it actually, so that's cool.
Thank you. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's it for me.
You want to call it wraps?
What was our call off again?
How dare you forget about the keep it real?
No, I remember it now. No, it's in my head now. All right, folks. Don't forget to check your wallets for cash.
Also, I will not be adding chapters to the old episodes because I don't want to watch them again, but I will be doing it for this episode, actually, though, because I have to edit it.
No.
I don't want to do it. I'm lazy. I'm going to keep it second with you. I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I don't care. I might do it. I'll consider it.
No. We have to do... What we do is we do a remastered, in which case we re-upload the old videos, but we put them through a static filter. So
and then I chapter them.
You can hear them even less, but we subtitle it.
That's crazy. Okay, I will for sure do this episode, and that is the only promise I'll make. I do not make any promises on the previous episodes. I'm not sure if I want to watch all of them and then also fucking subtitle them, because we do an hour 45 minimum usually, so that's a lot of, and I don't have enough time.
We also usually don't cut content.
We usually don't cut content. I have to go through footage and censor you, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andreas for being the biggest pain in my ass. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Keep it real.
Keeping it real.
Keep it real.
Keep it real. Wow.